Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Databits channel. For everything electronical, vintage, new, technology, it's all right here on this channel. If you have not yet subscribed, do so immediately. Press the subscribe button. It could save your life. Now, let's look at the Laserdisc Player. This is a Pioneer Laser Vision Player, model LD-838D. What is special about this Laserdisc Player? What is unique about it? There must be something unique, or it would not be here on this channel, would it? This machine does not play 5-inch CDs. It does not play CD video discs. It does not play 3-inch CDs. In fact, I can prove this to you. I will pick up the remote. Here's the remote. This is the original remote that came with this machine. And by the way, this machine was donated to the Databits channel by Stuart. Thank you, Stuart. I could not have done this without you. So I'm going to pick up the remote again because I set it down, and I didn't mean to do that. All right, I'm going to hit eject. As the drawer opens, you'll see that there is no place to put a 5-inch CD, much less a 3-inch CD. In fact, it simply falls through. Be careful. Now, what it will play is the 8-inch Laserdisc, which goes there. It will also play a 12-inch Laserdisc, which goes there. Then we will immediately press the eject button and put it in and play it. No, wait, stop. No, can't do that. There's a chance of destroying the machine or destroying the discs themselves. So we will digress from doing that. So again, what is unique about this machine? It is extremely slim. If I hold the remote up to the front, you'll see the height of the front of the player is just barely higher than this remote. So if you're looking for a space-saving machine, this is definitely a model you should look for. You'll notice there are no special displays, nothing digital on the front. It doesn't even indicate the chapter or track than which you're on. Nothing like that. You do have your beautiful display of digital sound, of TV, Laserdisc Player, CX noise reduction, standby play, and disc set. Your controls are very simple. You have reverse, forward, play and pause, open and close, and your power switch on the far left. Notice it does say Laserdisc on the door right here, but on the remote it actually says something else. It says Laser Vision Player. You see that? Laser Vision Player. So there were 3 names for Laserdisc. Why? Because it was such a special format. In the beginning it was called DiscoVision, then later Laser Vision, and then finally settling on what we call it today, Laserdisc. Now, let's turn this machine around and look at the amazing array of jacks on the back. Then we will open up the hood and see the beauty of the internal electronics. Then I will show you a sharp aqueous, I don't know how to say it, television that I found at a recycle center. It has a beautiful picture, and it's a very early LCD television, and it makes Laserdisc look spectacular. Let's begin. Just in case you didn't catch my mistake at the beginning of this video, I now stand corrected. This is a model LD-838D, not 0. The reason I said 0 is because I am old, and my eyes are failing me, and I can't see. But now that I'm looking at the back, the numbers are large, and I can tell it's an 838D. Anyway, this machine was manufactured in March of 1987. I was 17 years old when this thing was made. Now you know just how old and decrepit I am. Oh, so frustrating. let's go over to the jack pack. As you can see here, we have the audio out, left and right. We have analog only, or digital and analog. That's an interesting combination. And then we have our sleazy little composite video out. That's it. That's all you get for the amazing quality of Laserdisc, just squeezed through this little composite video output jack. There is no SCART connection. Why? Because this was made for consumption in the United States of America for the NTSC system, which of course stands for Never the Same Champion. Now, one more section of video here that you can see. We have the antenna input and antenna output with a channel 3 and channel 4 selector. That is for televisions used by amateurs that did not connect them to the video and audio inputs, but instead ran it through the antenna input and tuned the TV to channel 3, reducing the amount of resolution and inserting all kinds of ridiculous noise and interference that really made the picture quality terrible. But I digress. Now, it's time to go into the inside of this amazing machine. Here is the unit with the cover removed. Let's look inside. As you can see here, along this side of the disc mechanism is a board with a bunch of capacitors on it and a bunch of fuses. This would be your power regulation board. As you can see, it is attached to this power transformer, which is probably 50% of the weight of this unit. There's another board here on the side. I'm not sure what it does, but it is interesting looking. It has a label on it, DRVB. Yes, my eyes have not deceived me this time. Again, I don't know what that board does. Let's move over to the center where all the action takes place. You can see the spindle on which the laser discs ride. And of course, next to that is the laser. Yes, this is a Laserdisc player, so therefore there must be a laser. And there it is. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Behind it, you'll see a ribbon cable. This ribbon cable takes all of the information gleaned from the laser and puts it into this main motherboard that rides or resides on the bottom. Over here, you'll see some servo mechanisms, some gears, a worm gear, a regular gear, and over here you'll see a little motor with a belt on it, which I did not have to replace. I didn't have to do anything to get this wonderful machine working. It just worked, which is awesome. Let's pull the camera back and watch as the drawer closes. Notice how fast it is. Extremely fast, extremely smooth, and extremely efficient. Now, as I'm sitting here looking at this machine, it makes me wonder, what would happen if I put a 45 RPM record here? And what would happen if I put an RCA video disc in this machine? Would it play? Well, in order to find out, we need a monitor set up. So guess what? Now it's time to look at that monitor that I mentioned earlier. Sitting atop of the Laserdisc player in question today is the Sharp Aquos television, LCD television, and look at the date, July of 2003, and also it's made in Japan, because all the best stuff is made in Japan. The model number? Let's see here. What is the model number? There's the serial number, date manufactured. That must be it right there. LCD Color TV 282B. Or maybe it's 1245. Who knows? Maybe it's the LC-15E1UB. That could in fact be it. The interesting thing about this unit is it has a very strange power connector. I had to go searching high and low for this power adapter. Look at that plug. Is that the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your life? It's just bizarre. So when I found this, I only paid $5 for it. Yes, $5. And it did not have the power cord. So I had to go onto eBay sorry, I had to go onto eBay and find a power adapter. I paid more for the power adapter than I did for the television itself. You can see it has a headphone jack, antenna input. It has S-video, as well as a bunch of standard, composite, and stereo left and right connectors. Then over here, a very, very secretive panel that if we open it up reveals a component input with left and right audio, as well as a second composite and stereo input there. So it is a stereo TV, remarkably enough. And apparently there was also a secret panel over on this side, but I don't have the door to make it secret anymore. So it's exposed to the entire world. Now let's turn it around and see the front. Here's the front of the television. I like the design. It's very cool, very neat. It's got some speakers down here on the sides. It's got a little sleep light. And this thing was extremely dirty. I had to do a lot of cleaning on it to make it look presentable for this video. So those of you who complain that I don't clean things before I show them, well, I've got you this time. Here's the controls on the top. Nice color coded for those who need color coding. Volume, channel, TV video, menu, and main power. I'm going to press the main power button and turn it on. AV1 comes up, and look, laser vision appears on the TV. That must be coming from our Laserdisc player down here. Now, as earlier promised, I'm going to put some foreign objects into this machine, and we're going to see if they play. And then we're going to put some familiar objects into this machine, and you will see it play, which is really interesting. Let's begin. First, we have our CED, which has been removed from its protective caddy. I'm placing it into a Laserdisc player. Now let's watch and see what happens. This is amazing. Watch. The disc has been inserted into the machine. I press play. Guess what? Absolutely nothing happens. Now, let's try the 45 RPM record. Take the CED out. There you see it. Now you don't. Now we'll place the 45 record directly into the center of the machine, since it is a 7-inch, not an 8-inch disc. And I'm going to close it up. And you can see that the record is placed nicely inside the machine. I'm going to hit play, and as you can see, nothing happens. Do you know why nothing has happened? Because this machine is extremely smart. They knew that you would be inserting CEDs and 45 records into this machine. And the technology says no, I refuse to play these discs. I will prove its intelligence now by inserting discs that actually go into this machine and were designed for it. Let's begin that. My first disc is called Special Sample Disc Laser Karaoke Video Sing-Along. Contains 5 video and audio tracks with multi-channels, so you can hear the demonstration sung for you, or you can remove the vocals and sing it yourself. It's for promotional purposes only. Do not sell this disc, even though I bought it on eBay. That person is probably going to jail for selling this to me. Now, let's put in the disc. We'll put it inside A. Close it up. So, I'm turning it off because the copyright police are going to come after me if I play any more. So, I'm going to take the disc back out. As you can see, the picture quality was superb. Absolutely beautiful on this LCD television from 2003. designed for analog 480p or 480i video inputs. Now this disc here is one of my favorites. I've had it for a long time. It is recorded in the CAV format, and it is called Blue Planet, an IMAX space film about Earth. Isn't it gorgeous? There's an introduction at the beginning of this disc that I'm going to play directly into my camera for you so that you can see its brilliance and awesomeness. And then you will be amazed at the picture quality. But first, I'll show it to you on the video screen. Let's begin.
Blue Planet was created expressly for the IMAX motion picture system. The Philadelphia Inquirer called Blue Planet the most sweeping vision of the Earth most of us will ever see. Giant or dome-shaped IMAX screens occupy most of the audience's field of view. The Imax Experience extends this view to the edge of peripheral vision, and the audience feels it is part of the picture. The large film frame creates the extraordinary sharpness and clarity of the IMAX image. 6-track stereophonic sound surrounds the audience and completes the illusion of being at the center of the action. Theaters, designed specifically for the IMAX motion picture system, give everyone an unobstructed view of the screen. Unlike television, the more measured pace allows the eye to appreciate fully the detail and grandeur of the image. For those who have seen Blue Planet in an IMAX or an Omnimax theater, this video serves as the perfect souvenir. For those who have yet to see the film, it is a tantalizing introduction to the remarkable IMAX experience.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video demonstration of the amazing beauty and grandeur of the Laserdisc video picture quality right there on your smartphone, computer, or tablet. I have two things I want to leave with you before I leave you, and that is this. Number one, I want you to stay tuned to the databits channel for a future video that I am working on. It will include the most amazing video disc, Laserdisc in fact, that you've ever seen. I guarantee you that this rare and unseen video disc is not in your library, and some of you collect many Laserdiscs and CEDs. So that's number one. Number two, I would ask that each one of you share this video with at least 5,000 of your friends. You can look down there and see how many subscribers I have. It is not enough. I need more. Why do I need more? To support my habit of eating 16 milkshakes a day. I apologize, and I'm ashamed to admit this, but I've got to support my habit, and I can't do it without you. Secondly, if you don't subscribe and share, all 13 children of mine will die. So, another thing you can do for me. You see these two videos on the right side of your picture frame. Please watch one of those as well. I think you'll find it incredibly interesting and possibly make you addicted to the databits channel, just as I am. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with this horrible accent throughout this entire video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.